Hello, fellow Bitcoin plebs and bulls. Here we are for another show, podcast, whatever you want to call it, FU Money podcast. Today is Wednesday, interweek video analysis, and we will go to the charts. Let me say hi to a few plebs that just joined the channel, the usual gang, of course, and let's see who is here. Oh, Tiago is here, and Marco is here, and Paulo, and Philippe. Enough correction, let's go back up. Probably. We are very close to the 38 Fibonacci, so it will be probably an easy ride. And Pedro Oliver is also here today. Welcome back, man. And let's go to the charts. Oh, I forgot to remove that message from there, and let's go. I will leave it on the chat here. So, as usual, we will start with the announcement that today you will get the second number for the giveaway that will be coming next Saturday at 4 p.m. Portuguese time. You know this already. People are getting used. I will probably stop announcing this at the beginning of the videos, but you already know what to do. So there will be all the time that I have a video, or every time I have a video, sorry, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, the interweek videos, you will get a number for 1 second on screen. But as I'm having a few problems with my graphics computer, I will have to change the keyboard because it's just, you know, repeating keys without anyone touching the keyboard. So sometimes I'm not able to put the numbers on screen, so I will just say them out loud on the video. And I'm sorry for that, but until I change the keyboard for that computer, probably I will not be able to change the messages that I put on screen. So for now, I will just try to show you guys that these are the links you have to follow. The first two are, of course, the Twitter accounts. But the first one on top is my Twitter account, the personal one. The second in the middle is the channel's Twitter account, and the third is the Telegram group where everyone joins to discuss Bitcoin and markets in general. We have already more than 500 people there discussing Bitcoin 24 hours a day, so that's a very cool group to join, and you will be very, very welcome there. Okay, guys, so this is the message for now. I will try to change the message for the number. Let me see if I can do it. So the number for today, which I will not say yet. I'm just trying to see if the keyboard works on the graphics computer. Let's see. I guess I was able to put it. So you will see the number today on screen without any problems with the keyboard. For now, this is, I guess, temporarily solved, and you will see the number on screen. Hey, lots of people joining today. I'm very happy for that. The last video was a disaster while live. People only saw it after it was rendered by YouTube. So today we have a lot of people here, and be all very, very welcome. Okay, so going to the topic that matters. So this is the usual image you see on Twitter about the giveaway. You guys know already you have to follow this channel, which you of course did already, most of you, because you are here, and then follow the Twitter accounts and the Telegram group. And then below the video on the notes, the first link you get is a link to this page here where you have the rules. And these are the complete rules you have to follow to get to be eligible for the giveaway. And then after you do all this here, which is not so much, you just have to follow a few accounts. And then you have this final link on the bottom. And if you click, you will be taken to this form here, which will be open during the next live stream on Saturday, the weekly live stream and the bigger one of the week. And then you can follow this form. Jesus, I'm completely crazy today. You can just fill the form and be eligible for the giveaway during the live stream. You guys know that you have to guess the price of Bitcoin by 5 p.m. Portuguese time, which is about 1 hour after the stream started. So that's it. I'm not going to lose more time with this, and we will go directly to the markets and see what's happening. So right now, Bitcoin is around $58,800 and almost $22.9 billion worth traded on spot markets in the last 24 hours. So The second place has traded, which is Ethereum, $13.1 billion in the past 24 hours, which is a bit more than half of what was traded by Bitcoin. And the rest, you guys know already, I don't really give an F, so I don't care about that. These are all scams. So let's discuss at least this chart, the charts of Bitcoin for the interweek video. And if we get there, and if we have some more time, we will of course answer a few questions, 1, 2, or 3 questions in the end. So stick around, because much more is coming your way. So let's see what are the charts showing right now. Let's start by the total market cap, which we were about to actually we did break out of the cup and handle, and we still have the target of $3.65 trillion for the next move or leg up, which corresponds to a wave 3 of Elliott count. So let's see how that goes. But for now, we are retracing to the top of the resistance context, which is the gray box you have on screen. We had a bear signal as soon as we had an all-time high here for the total market cap, and we are now retracing with, of course, you guys know how I get my levels. The level for this as a maximum level for this retracement for now, for the short term, would be $2.05 trillion. And that corresponds to the bottom of the trend channel, which is the green zigzag on your screens. Although this was a bit increased by this all-time high here and the second attempt to break the all-time high, the top of the trend channel also extended a bit more to the upside to around $2.74 trillion. And that is a very big interval here in between the top and the bottom of the trend channel. However, we are about to reach the middle of that trend channel around $2.36, $2.4 trillion. So I guess we are holding support around here, which was held already so many times during this ride to the upside. Okay, so there is not much to discuss here on the total market cap, except that we are still trading inside the resistance context, which is not very good. As you guys know, this increases the probabilities of more downside, but my target, if the big retracement comes and if by any chance we break to the downside, the top of the cup, that would be around $2.05 trillion. And I guess as this is still a bull market, I would not go for a lower level for a possible bigger retracement. Right now, everything looks good. As you guys know, the moving average of the indicator continues to go up, and the volume is not changing very much. The momentum went all the way up here, so we could probably see some more down, lower levels for the total market cap, since we are already extended to the upside and the momentum lines are getting back down. Although the bulls in total market cap continue in control, which is not happening right now with Bitcoin, as I will show you guys in just a few minutes. Okay, that's it for the total market cap. And the dominance is, of course, retracing a bit, but we are still around 45%. And I still believe that we will get to the 50% line and then find really huge resistance as the trend channel is coming down. The 50% line of the context is also around the 53% right now. And also the resistance created by this accumulation here around the 52 to 55%. Which will all come together by the time that possibly the Bitcoin dominance reaches 50% here on this chart. So also not much to discuss. We are still around 45. Bitcoin is not moving too much because as Bitcoin retraced in the past few days, altcoins retraced even more as usual, and shitcoins, I should say, retraced even more. So Bitcoin maintains the 45% position of dominance, which is in fact very low. So I am expecting at least a continuation to the upside to meet the 50% line here. But let's see, let's go to Bitcoin now, and we will start with the monthly chart because this is important. We are just a few days away from the monthly close, and it will be very, very important to see where the monthly candle will close And right now, the monthly candle is exactly at the same levels as the close of, sorry, let me zoom out again, March. So as you guys can see here, the close of the March candle was around $58,793, and we are now at $58,950. So we are just a bit above the close of the highest monthly close ever in Bitcoin. And of course, you guys know that for this to become bullish, we should close this monthly candle at least above the 58,800 level. So we are exactly around those levels, just $100, 150 more than the highest monthly close ever on Bitcoin. So I would like to see a monthly close in just a few days above at least 59,000. That would be nice to see a bigger candle here on the right side. Although we had the highest weekly close above that, around the 61,500, but in the monthly chart, we have to compare monthly candles to monthly candles. So around 59 would be my minimum for the monthly close. Let's see how that goes. For now, we are still here. We are just entering overbought territory on the monthly chart, so that is not also a very good sign. We should continue to be below the 70 on the RSI level and expect a bit more upside during the last few days of October and see where we would close. The 63 mark would be amazing because that would coincide with Plan B's prediction for the end of this month, around $63,000. So let's see what happens by the 31st of October or the 1st of November, how that will turn out to be. The MACD, however, is showing signs that we want to continue to the upside. You guys can see that on the monthly chart, we have again the dark green bars on the MACD, and the blue line is distancing itself from the orange, increasing the gap between the two. So that is, of course, bullish also. But the oscillator here, the third one, which I will discuss in a future video, is still going to the downside, although the bars are decreasing the gap. So let's see, we might be on the turn around, on the point of turning around again to have some more upside, but we have to wait and see what happens. So let's see, let's go to the weekly chart and quickly see what is happening here. I don't like this price structure, so the weekly chart is becoming a bit ugly. I don't like the price structure. We have a shooting star doji here, and then we have continuation to the downside. We were rejected at least twice by the MRI resistance line, the red dots on your screens. And the only good signs, of course, are the moving averages distancing itself from one another, and of course the increasing the gap here in between the 20 period SMA and the 50 period SMA, which is the yellow one. But I still believe that we are being supported by this good support here around the 59, which was the top area of the previous all-time high. This entire accumulation zone here that goes from 54, 53 to around 60,000. All this area that took a long time to accumulate here is now providing support for this downtrend, short-term downtrend of Bitcoin. So I will continue to expect that we probably, if we don't even go to half the size of the previous candle, that is a bullish sign in my book. Not even going to half, which would be around here. So we still have some time, and this is exactly where the candle stopped and created this shadow here this week. So I continue to believe that if we don't decrease much more, and if the 59,000 support holds the line, we will be able to reverse this to the upside again soon, probably in the next few days or by the end of this week. We will see some changes, I'm sure. So the RSI on the weekly chart for me is very, very important, because as soon as we break above the 70 line, as 2013 and 2017, I believe that as soon as we go overbought on the weekly chart RSI above the 70 line, I believe that this will be the start of the craziness and FOMO for the last leg of this cycle, and probably for a blow-off top around the levels that we have been discussing for so many weeks already. So that's it for the weekly chart. I don't have much more to say here. The weekly chart also is becoming a bit neutral, just going sideways on the MACD, but still we are on the positive side here with some green bars. The last one doesn't have a big gap between the itself and the previous one. And the oscillator is continuing to go up on the weekly chart. So let's see many forces here fighting for this support. The bulls trying to get above it and the bears trying to break it and go below. So let's see what happens in the next few days during this week. Let's just take a peek at the daily chart and see what is happening. We are now being supported by the 20-period SMA on the daily chart. However, we have a sell signal on the MRI indicator. We have the red star, and this is only a 2 of 9 red count, so I don't know what's going to happen. But so far on the daily chart, we again are being supported on the RSI by the trend line that I have here. So let's see, if we don't cross it below, it would be a very, very good sign. I will zoom in a bit so you guys can see we did not even touch it yet, but we are about to touch the support line on the RSI, this trend line, the white trend line down here that you guys know already from previous videos. And this yellow circle comes from the weekly chart. I did not mention what this was, but this is me trying to see when the RSI on the weekly chart will cross above the 70 level on the RSI, which could mean the start of the exponential rise to the top, the FOMO and craziness of the blow-off top that will come later. So I will be looking for the 70 cross here on the RSI on the weekly chart, because that might indicate the start of the final leg of the bull cycle. And you guys should also be looking for this crossing on the RSI on the weekly chart. Don't forget that. So coming back to the daily, just to finish everything up here, the daily looks a bit bearish. We have a sell signal. We have the RSI being almost supported here by the trend line, and the MACD turning bearish. Of course, the blue line below the orange increasing the gap, and the bars are also increasing the gap here on a dark red shade. So on the daily chart, it doesn't look good, but I believe that we will be supported by these support levels we had in the past, around 59, 58, 57. So you guys know already these are a few $1,000 of support from 56, 57, 58. So those levels will be the support for now, which is exactly where we are. And we have to wait a few more candle closes to see what is the development here. But that's it for the MRI. Now let's take a look here and see some levels, which is of course the title of this video. Should I buy the dip? And of course I will tell you my strategy, because this is not financial advice. So I will tell you guys what is happening here. Let me just zoom in a bit to this side so you guys can see the Fibonacci levels much better. And this is the daily chart on the Pro Indicators framework. Of course, I have put my Fibonacci retracement here, and the 38% line is around $57,000, as I posted this morning on Twitter. So for me, if we continue to go down, my buy area will be in between $57,000 and $57,500, which is around this level here. And the top for this accumulation area, you guys know already that I really like the Fibonacci's, and I start to DCA in when we retrace around the 38. I don't have a much different strategy from Fiboswani that was here last week on Friday. That was an amazing video, by the way. If you didn't watch it, go watch it, because Fiboswani is top trader, and you should see and watch on the video his strategies. So just go there and see it. Okay. So for me, the levels that count right now are the 38% Fibonacci, which is around 57,000. I would probably start to buy just a bit above that level. If I see that this continuation to the downside will occur, I will probably DCA in again my last fiat, which is still available to buy some dips. I would start DCAing around 57, 57,100, 57,200 probably. I don't know if we would have a week left behind just around those levels. But if the continuation is to go to the downside, of course, I will DCA again, and probably around the 61% Fibonacci level, which would be around 50 to 51,000. And these are the levels for me if we continue the retracement, which I don't believe will last very long indeed. So if you zoom out here, I will tell you why. You guys know this already. This is my big trend channel for this cycle on the daily chart, of course. And if you guys notice the 38%, so you guys see this dashed line here, exactly the middle of the trend channel, and I will probably put it in full screen so you guys can see it better. The middle of this trend channel, which is this dashed white line around here, is around the same levels of the 38% Fibonacci. And if you guys notice, we retraced exactly to that line. So the retracement of Bitcoin right now was exactly to 50% of the trending channel that we have going up on the daily chart here on the Pro Frameworks indicator. So I believe that this is a very important support level, and the retracement was exactly to touch that 50% line on the trend channel here, coinciding just a bit above the 38% Fibonacci level, which is very interesting. So I guess we are creating some good support here, although on the daily chart you guys can see we are extremely overextended to the upside, much above the resistance context, which is the gray box you guys see on the background. So right now there's a big fight between bulls and bears, but on the daily chart we still have the bulls in control, as you guys can see by the green dots down here, and the bears stopped being in control around the 3rd or 4th of October. So on the daily chart it looks good, but for the short term, if you guys go to the short term here on the 4-hour, although we still have the same touch around that line and we are already going up, you guys can see that for the short term the bears are in control and the bulls stopped being in control exactly yesterday. So we still have two more circles here, the red circles here for the bears, which are greater than the bulls control here. Although on the short term we have the sine waves going back up, so this probably will help the price of Bitcoin to recover a bit, but for the short term the bears are still in control, and I believe that only in bigger time frames we will see the bulls controlling the charts and taking Bitcoin again to the upside. So I don't want to extend this video too much. We are already a bit overextended in time for this video, but I will just give you guys a quick look at the dollar. The dollar continues to be below the previous candle of the previous week. So if we are able to close this week below the opening price for the dollar here at the Dixie, on the Dixie chart, which was opening was 93.95. If we are able to close this week below that level, this is bearish, and this green candle here will not become an engulfing candle. So only if the green candle closes above the opening of the red, this will be an engulfing candle, which is a bullish signal for dollar on the Dixie. And in this case, I will be very sad, because I would not like to see the dollar bullish on this chart. So let's hope and wait for the close of the week here for the dollar to see if we close this green candle below the opening of the red, and that is good in my book. Okay, gold broke out, but is now coming back into the trend channel, the downtrend here. So we had a fake out for now, and gold is now a bit bearish in the middle of this week, being today Wednesday. So if we get back into this trend channel, I'm expecting more downside for gold. If we actually hold the lines here on the top of the trend channel for gold, probably we could see a breakout of this handle, which is the handle of the 11-year cup that you guys know already, the famous 11-year cup of gold. So if we break out of this trend here, this downtrend channel, probably gold will start to rise, and as a hedge of the hyperinflation which is coming on the dollar, probably we will see upside for gold. If gold comes back down and gets into the trend channel again, then I will not be very bullish on gold. Probably we could see another down leg to the bottom of the trend channel, but we have to wait and see, because gold is like a snail. It takes a long time to show us what is going to do. Okay, the S&P is fighting for new all-time highs. Of course, this is also driven by Tesla. Tesla just this week has been going up like crazy, and confirming and validating Elon Musk as the richest man in the world, which for me means nothing. But in any case, I guess the S&P is being driven by Tesla and trying to fight for new all-time highs. I continue to say that this is a lot synthetic. This is a synthetic move of the S&P. This is not organic anymore. There's only one actual company valuing more than usual, and the S&P continues to go up. So I guess the printer of the Fed is helping to put this market to the upside. Let's see how that goes. Okay, bigger outlook for Bitcoin. We continue in line with the Elliott wave count, and that's it. I don't see any more changes that I should discuss around this bigger outlook for Bitcoin. Let me take one question or two max. I see at least one question that was mentioned with the orange rectangle here. So I will address it, and let's see what Paulo, I guess Paulo is asking. So let me put it on screen. And mentions, okay. So podcast, hey Paulo, you changed your avatar, so you are not rolling your mustache anymore. So there's a new avatar for Paulo. So it's also a good one. Podcast, I think we will stop the drop around 57.4, which is the 38 Fibonacci and the middle line of the ascending parallel channel that we are since 27th of April 2021. Yeah, exactly. So let me go back. I think you were talking about this chart. And of course, it's exactly the middle. If you look at this is the 4-hour chart. Let me put it back on the daily. And if you look at the big channel here, the big channel that is going up, of course, we were stopped by the 50% line of that trend channel, and also almost coinciding, not exactly on top, but almost coinciding with the 38% Fibonacci retracement level. And that is a very good indicator that we could see a reversal of the price action to the upside. So basically, you are confirming what we were discussing in this Pro Framework indicator strategy. I don't see any more questions, guys. I don't want to make it a real long video. It's almost 30 minutes of video already. You guys know that interweek videos, I don't like to make them very, very big. But in any case, I will just give you also what you need. And oops. And that's it. I forgot to remove Paulo's chat message here. But in any case, I guess you guys saw it. So the number was on screen for more than 1 second. I guess you guys got it. And this is the second number of the week for you guys to be eligible for the giveaway next Saturday. Don't forget, Saturdays at 4 p.m. Portuguese time. Adjust for your time zones, of course. We will have the longer and weekly live stream. And it's that important day where you get the giveaway of $100 in Bitcoin, because we don't give shitcoins. In this channel, we don't shill, we don't give shitcoins, and we only give sound money, and the only sound money that you guys know already is Bitcoin. Okay, any more questions? I don't see any more questions. If there are no more questions, then I really appreciate you guys all being here. Let me just go back to my usual angle, and I will one last time, if the keyboard allows me, I will, of course not that one, I need this here. This computer is getting me crazy. This computer is crazy and getting me crazy too. So let's see if I can do it without any, okay, so it worked. No problems with the keyboard so far. So guys, this is the, of course, the links that you should follow for the giveaway. Also, you should follow because you will enjoy the content of this channel. And the first one is my personal Twitter account. The one in the middle is the channel's Twitter account, where, of course, we announce all the things related to the FU Money podcast. And the third one is the Telegram group that you should also join to discuss Bitcoin and other markets in general 24 hours a day. And we have already more than 500 members of that group. So it's a very cool one, and you will be very welcome there. Of course, now it's time. Of course, no, I had a problem. I see an accent there at the beginning of the first link. So be careful, guys. I still have some problems with the keyboard, but in any case, I will try to change the keyboard as soon as I can, and we will be able to get back to the graphics in 100% perfect way. Okay, so I guess that's it. I will just, as usual, ask you guys the usual words. I will thank you very much for joining this live stream today. This is an inter-week video, so it's shorter than the ones normally on Saturday. But if you enjoy the content, you guys know what to do already. Gently touch the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a video or I go live. And now I will leave you also with the wisdom, the words of wisdom of the very known that you, the guy you know already. Okay, here it goes.
All right, let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Exactly, guys. Let's roll and let's be really careful out there. And I will see you again in the next intra-week video on Friday for another number and another cool analysis of Bitcoin charts. Until then, bye-bye.